schoolyard is because it's Paul Simon, who's meaningless to the musical right now. Doesn't want anybody to have his music.
Is that a product of the last Edina?
Yeah. Me. You would know. So when you get to that level, we're live right now. When you get to the level, you have to announce it. You have to turn it down. If you don't mind.
Yeah, I can do that.
Good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome to Coolman Stadium, home of the Edina Hornets. Edina has won 187 state championships. This afternoon, the Hornets, with a record of 6 victories and 2 defeats, play host to the Bison from Buffalo, with a record of 0 victories, 6 defeats, and 1 tie. This match is being conducted under the rules of the Lake Conference and the Minnesota State High School League. The conference is proud of its outstanding history and excellence. In keeping with this great tradition, the conference and Edina High School emphasize the practice of good sportsmanship by players, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation when supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or gender-related comments directed at officials, players, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. Also, the throwing of any objects onto the pitch is prohibited. Please be a positive contributor at this event. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, here are your starting lineups. First for the Bison from Buffalo. Number 2, Carson Spurs. Number 4, Darren Hayes. Number 6, Justin Bunting. Number 14, Asdani Penalotza on the line. Number 18, Andrew Farniak. Number 19, Ben Eastland. Number 20, Wyatt Hires. Number 21, Elijah Dorian. Number 22, Carver Tierney. Number 24, Mitchell Hansen. Number 25, Maxwell Zook. The Bison are coached by Joe Polorny, Josh Tierney, Jordan Danielson, and Tyler Gruder. Now the starting lineup for the home team, the Edina Hornets.
Test. Plugged in the wrong one. Rookie.
Number 12, Ryan Swanda.
Go ahead, give me a test.
Test.
Number 17, Sammy Custis. Number 18, Henry Rose. Number 21, Tommy Roderick. The Hornets are coached by Dave Jensen, Bill Garner, and Adrian Trout. Now we invite you to stand, remove your caps, turn your attention to the American flag for the playing of our national anthem.
transition was recorded from the concert party. Well, I'm wondering if they change it every year, because if they do, it doesn't sound different. It's amazing. And that's just some babbling commentary for our listeners before we get started here. From your production crew. You're hot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coolman Stadium here in Edina as we are getting set to kick off this afternoon between the Edina Hornets and the Buffalo Bison. Edina in the green kits. They will go left to right here in the first half, and the Bison have the white kits with the purple letters. They'll go right to left. It's a beautiful afternoon here for soccer. And kickoff. We are underway. Hornets send it long. Header into the box, and that's going to be the first touch for the Buffalo keeper. Into midfield here. Bison controlling it, trying to dribble forward. Ball sent forward is going to be controlled by the Edina keeper, Steckman. Steckman rolls it out in front of him. He's going to take a few yards, and now he'll boot it into midfield. And that goes past everybody, but putting some pressure now on the Buffalo defense, and that's going to be out for the game's first throw. A lot of space on the ball there. For the Hornets, they play it into the box. Header and a goal! Edina takes an early lead. Just over a minute into this contest. And it was a headed goal. We're trying to get the number. The assist for sure will go to Henry Rose, the senior midfielder. And we're quickly back underway. So Joe Manzer, the junior midfielder, he's going to get the goal, and that came very easy and very quickly for the Hornets. Just not a lot of pressure on the ball. And now the Hornets are bringing up the left wing. That's put into touch by Buffalo. And a throw for Edina in the offensive third. Hornets come into this game with a record of 6 wins, 2 defeats. They had 21 goals for, 6 against, but obviously just adding that 22nd goal very quickly. On the other side, Buffalo comes in with a record of no wins, 6 defeats, and 1 draw. However, it did come in their most recent game when they played Monticello last week. Ball on the edge of the box, struck, and that's going to be a save. I believe that was Rose again getting in on the action. Didn't get a ton of power on that shot, though, and it was easily saved. That's back for Swanda, one of the captains for the Hornets. He plays it back to his keeper, now into midfield. Edina wins it back, and they'll send it all the way back to Steckman for a big boot. A lot of hang time on that one. And Buffalo corrals the second ball. They'll send it long again. And Swanda will choose to play out on this one. There's Rose. And now into midfield. Coy Wynn losing possession. Now a strong step there by Holavnia. And now the Hornets win it back. Oh, they look to break and couldn't quite do it, trying the one-touch pass there. That one's out of play, though, and Holavnia will have a throw. That's cut out. Good touch there by the Hornets. They have it back in midfield. Holavnia sends it long up the left wing, but Buffalo keeper's able to corral it. Now Wynn wins it back for Edina. Rose in the middle of the park. He's got the ball. It's cut out, though. Strong defensive play there by Buffalo. A long ball through the middle. Dangerous, but Steckman is able to come up with it. It was one attacker there for Buffalo. Looked like maybe number 6, Justin Bunting. Now a turnover there in the middle. Hornets with pace. Right-footed shot is blocked. Now it's deflected up in the air. Couldn't quite get a header to it. Right-footed effort is blocked. Number 11, Johnny Benz. And now Benz will take the throw for the Hornets. Now Benz will give up that throw. It's Tommy Broderick who will try to throw it long into the box, into a dangerous area. Can't quite get it clear, and now the keeper will claim it. So Buffalo rolls out. They look to maybe break here, but a lot of numbers back for the Hornets. That ball sent out wide. Buffalo's able to keep it in, at least momentarily, and they're going to get the throw out of it as well. Trying to switch the play. That's into the middle, but it's cut out. Briefly, though, Buffalo will keep it for a moment. And running into a couple green shirts there. Ball's deflected in the air. Bison still have it. Some scrappy play here as Buffalo looks to get forward. But there Swanda will win it strongly for Edina. Now they have a chance to maybe break. It's Sammy Prestis in a lot of space. He sends the ball out wide to Tommy Broderick. Broderick keeps it in. He has an overlapping run. There he'll use it, and it's offside. Hornets tried to set it up there. They had numbers up that left wing. But Broderick was in an offside position. Goal kick Buffalo. And Prestis gets the first touch to that. And he's going to win the ball for Edina. Now with pace up the right wing, he gives it to Benz. Benz back to Rose. Rose's one-touch pass is over to Prestis. Now he'll go back to his fullback. Now back into the middle. Now dribbling with pace. Right at the Buffalo defense. Through traffic. Trying to cross. I think that was out of play, and yeah. Referee will say it was. That was number 10, Henry Deneau. Looks like he came all the way from deep there. Maybe even a center back spot or at least a deep lying midfield. But ball just went out over the end line. A lot of pressure already, though, from the Hornets. They're contesting nearly everything in midfield. And that one's going to be out for a goal kick. It's a beautiful late September afternoon here. Temperature at about 64 degrees. Wind out of the south-southwest, about 5 to 10. So that's going to be right to left across your screens at home. So Hornets going into the wind in the first half. And now with it on the left wing, dribbling into the box. Oh, and that's a strong challenge from Buffalo. Referee says play on. Now a left-footed shot from Halavnia is blocked. And the Hornets will win it back again on the edge of the area. Cross, Prestis, oh, and a big save. Big save by the Buffalo keeper. I wish I could attribute it. Unfortunately, the keeper's jersey does not have a number, as far as I can tell. But either way, it was a good save for the Buffalo keeper. And now it's a goal kick. Prestis narrowly misses, making it 2-0. Another turnover in midfield. Hornets dominating the ball early. There's Rose. He goes out to the left wing. He has a couple overlapping runners. Chooses to go back to his fullback. Now surging through midfield. Not a lot of weight on the pass, though. Buffalo cuts it out to a dangerous spot, though. And it's actually run out of play. Hornets with a throw. As they send bodies, some 5 or 6, into the offensive penalty area. Here comes the throw. And that's going to be the keeper's ball. And he gives it a big kick, booming kick. He outkicks all of his defenders, and Swanda will head it back to his keeper, Hank Steckman. Steckman rolls one out wide. That's a good ball up the right sideline for Prestis. And it's pretty strong defending there from Bunting. There's Benz into Rose. One touch back to Benz. Rose on the overlap. Benz will take it inside. Plays it back to Deneau. There's Halavnia. He gets it out wide. Tries to go on an overlap. Into the middle. And Bunting heads it away for the Bison. Nice job there for Deneau to cut it out. Buffalo has it. Rose applying pressure for the Hornets. And now Buffalo looks to switch the play. Good dribbling there by 21 for Buffalo. That's Elijah Dorian coming out of his defensive spot. And now some dangerous passes here as the Bison push a bit of a high line. They do have it, though. Trying to slip a through ball in, and a shot goes wide. Don't think it was ever really going to trouble Steckman in the Edina goal. But a shot nonetheless for Buffalo. We've played 11 minutes here, and the Bison are going to make a switch. Looks like they're bringing in some fresh legs, maybe 3 players. Not a lot of players over on that far sideline in the sunshine. Looks like maybe 6 substitutes for Buffalo. And now Edina has a chance to go forward. Tries to slip through the goal scorer. That's Manser on the left wing for the Hornets. Now they go back into the middle. Coy Wynn onto his left foot. Turns his man. There's Wynn. And Hornets will go back to try to build something. Swanda playing as the only really center back there with the Hornets out of possession, but now Buffalo's in possession and someone will drop in. Indeed, it's Deneau. So Hornets really throwing a lot of players forward in possession. Clearly they're very comfortable leaving Ryan Swanda as the only out-and-out defender there in the middle. As Steckman tries to pick out a pass, and that's a turnover to the Hornets. Here's Prestis. He dribbles with speed. He's on his left. It's defended well by Buffalo. They go back to Wynn. And now it's Rose. Rose into plenty of space on the right side. This is Newleen. Newleen's ball to the back post. Prestis couldn't get a foot on it. And now Halavnia. And it's out of play. Couldn't quite save it. But a dangerous attack for the Hornets. They had a ton of space up that right wing. It's a throw deep in their own end for Buffalo. Have to be careful with this one as well. They go into the middle. Prestis looks to win that first ball, and indeed he has won it. And that's going to go out of play. Throw in for the Hornets. And Halavnia is up to take it. He's going to give it up to Tommy Broderick. As the Hornets again send about 5 green shirts into the offensive area. A couple more lurking on the edge. It's a long throw, headed clear, only as far as Broderick. Broderick crossing onto his right foot. That cross is partially blocked. Wynn gets ahead to it. Not a ton of pace on it, and Buffalo scrambles it clear. Edina still in the offensive third. And Broderick sends in another long throw. Prestis got ahead to that one, but it's wide of the near post. Goal kick coming for Buffalo. Bison go back to the keeper. That's dangerous. He'll take a touch, and now he has to scramble to get back in his net. That'll be cleared as far as Rose, and Rose will loop it back to his keeper, Steckman, who's out of his 18-yard area to play it. Good ball up the wing. Here's Benz. Benz will go back to Rose. Rose finds Prestis in space. First touch slowed him a little. And Prestis will go back. Hlavnia, the left back. Now Steckman. One touch out to Swanda. Back to the keeper. Now Rose out to Hlavnia. Hlavnia tries to slip Broderick up the right wing. Oh, and the touch was just a little heavy. Otherwise, they had numbers up that left side. So if you're just joining us, wondering how the Hornets got the early lead, it was a cross from Henry Rose into the box, header by the junior midfielder Joe Manser. Just about 60 seconds into this game. That's what gave Edina a 1-0 lead. And they will maintain that 1-0 lead as we're in the midway portions of this opening half, about 16 minutes in. This is game one of a doubleheader. Here tonight, the Edina girls will take on Buffalo in the next game. We hope you'll join us for that one as well. So Buffalo going back to the keeper here. They'll boot it long. Trying to get under it. Defensive header from Swanda leaves them scrambling a little. Swanda steps to it. Buffalo with a little bit of a chance here, but a strong challenge from Swanda. And he skips away from another one. That's going to be out of play, though. So Ryan Swanda getting physical for the Hornets. And now Buffalo will go back to the keeper again. That's out wide to Landon Burgoyne, a 9th grader. He's been heavily involved for the Bison, getting a lot of touches on that left back spot. And here's Prestis. That pass is too far out ahead of Benz. And there's Burgoyne again. Back on the ball, he gives it away. Coy wins touch. Goes to the Bison. Here's Deneau. Deneau trying to slip through Broderick. It's a little heavy. And it's good goalkeeping to come out and get that one. Good aggressive goalkeeping by Buffalo. And that one goes right to Benz. Didn't have to move a muscle. Hornets back in possession. Try to slip Prestis up that right wing. He's going to get on it and keep it in play. And that's a good touch by Bunting for Buffalo, one of the veterans on this team, a senior. And now we're going to see a Hornet change. As Patrick McGarvey, he's coming in for the first time. McGarvey replaces Tommy Broderick. And now a long throw and coming out to get that one. They'll look to start an attack up the right wing. They did have numbers there. Couldn't quite get it out toward 14. That's Penizola Milian for Buffalo. And now the Bison will have a throw in the offensive half. Haven't seen a lot of those, and that's carelessly given away to McGarvey. Long ball. Buffalo with it, and they'll boot it long again. Headed back by Wynn. Deneau on it. They'll go back to the keeper. Edina preparing a double substitution here. And now a chance, and it is going to be offside. Edina goes long ball. Johnny Benz and Sammy Prestis trying to link up. Prestis was offside. Looked like the right call. Probably had at least a step on his man. Otherwise, Hornets could have been in for 2 there. Ball bouncing around in midfield. That's a good ball by Wynn, and now Prestis has time and space. He dribbles up the right wing. He's got Wynn in a lot of space in the middle of the field. He sends a good ball out wide, and it was just a little bit behind Manser. A lot of pace on that ball from Sammy Prestis. Now Manser's back on it. Right-footed shot, and it's saved. So Joe Manser, he's really been the main man up front for Edina. He scored the goal and has had a couple good chances as well. There's Benz, back to Rose. Now Henry Rose on the ball, wearing one of the captain's armbands for the Hornets. Steckman and Swanda also on the pitch wearing them today. The yellow captain's armbands. There's Wynn. A lot of pace on that pass to Prestis. Now Wynn, he picks out a ball on the near sideline. Cut out nicely, though, by Buffalo. And good touches there for the Bison as they try to string a few passes together. And now Prestis, oh, that's a great turn. And Sammy Prestis might be in. Prestis cuts it back. Right-footed shot, save, tap in. Oh, my goodness. McGarvey couldn't beat the keeper. Oh, it looked like it was surely 2 for the Hornets. But ball just maybe got caught in McGarvey's feet a little bit. It was a great play by Prestis to break away and even get a shot off. But it stays 1-0 for now. Buffalo dodges a big bullet. And now Henry Rose with plenty of time and space. Left-footed through ball. And good goalkeeping once again as they tried to find Manser. Manser was onside there. He timed his run very well. And Halavnia cuts out that pass. It'll be a throw for Buffalo. So the Bison will make a couple changes, which will allow the Hornets to do the same. Finley Smith and Julian Banks coming in. And it looks like Coy Wynn and Sammy Prestis came out. So some fresh legs in attack for the Hornets. And now Johnny Benz. That's a really good touch. And Benz is up the right wing. Ball roll. Johnny Benz, right foot. Good cutback. Oh, and it's just wide of the near post. Oh, the freshman Julian Banks. He gives a thumbs up to his teammate Benz there. Taps his chest, says, my bad, Banks. Just missing that near post. Goalkeeper would have done nothing to stop that. He was stranded. And it's another good run and cutback for Benz, and that's going to be a foul on the Hornets. Hornets getting a lot of space up that right wing, and now Swanda cuts it out. And a quick turnover. Hornets will go back to Swanda. Hornets have had a lot of the ball, but lacked chances for a while here in the first half after going up 1-0. But a couple big ones here lately as perhaps they look to put this game at a 2-0 deficit. Throw coming from McGarvey. McGarvey had one of them. McGarvey throwing from the near touchline. Swanda flicks the header. Halavnia up in the air, and it's corralled by Buffalo. So Hornets send a couple defenders up into the box, but they drop back quickly. 6 green shirts defending with just 3 Buffalo in attack. Referee spots something, looks like a handball. $15 to play in the opening 40. Edina Hornets have their second to last home game of the season. Their final one will be 1 week from tonight, same time. 5 p.m. they'll take on the Minnetonka Skippers. Looking to avenge one of the 2 defeats this team has had this season. The other was the season opener to Wayzata. And Edina did get revenge in the reverse fixture there. They beat Wayzata last week 1-0 here at home, and then they beat Eden Prairie for the second time in their last game last Thursday. So Hornets are riding a 3-game winning streak right now, and they'll have, well, including tonight, they have 3 to play in a very competitive late conference. Swanda steps to that one for Edina. Now it's Newleen. And Banks looks to cut that out in midfield, but Buffalo drops numbers back. They'll regain possession. Edina has had plenty of chances. Still just a 1-0 lead to show for it. But Buffalo hasn't really troubled the Edina defense too much so far. And Steckman will boot it long. He tries to pick out Benz. Here's McGarvey. McGarvey has a lane. McGarvey through the middle. 4-2 it is. There's the second goal the Hornets wanted. And it's Patrick McGarvey.
Number 7, Patrick McGarvey.
Well, good for McGarvey. Senior midfielder gets a goal. He just missed a tap in a little bit earlier in the first half. He gets his goal here. Edina leads 2-0. 13 to play in the opening half. Some good student section support here for the Hornets this afternoon. Looks like it might be a flannel attire type of game. Always fun to have those theme games. It is that type of fall afternoon here, but beautiful sunshine, and we have a great backdrop for soccer here. A lot of changing leaves in the distance in the residential neighborhoods. That's going to be turned over. And McGarvey could be through again. McGarvey for 2, and he just missed it. A quick turnover. They slipped McGarvey through, and his right-footed shot just missed that near post. Well, he could have had a quick 2 goals. Hornets bringing on some subs here. It's going to be number 2, Jack Wetzel. Number 15, Tommy O'Brien as well. Seniors Johnny Benz and, well, junior Joe Manser, one of the goal scorers for the Hornets. They'll take a seat here with 11 and a half remaining in the first half. So perhaps the Hornets will keep a lot of fresh legs the rest of the afternoon here. They already lead by 2 against a Buffalo team that has scored just twice all season. Both those goals came in their last match against Monticello. Edina hasn't played in 5 days. They won't play again for 7, so fresh legs likely not too much of a concern. They will finish the season with 2 games in 3 days next week. It's Minnetonka here, and then they will finish at Hopkins on the 8th next Thursday. Long throw, and that's dangerous back into the middle. McGarvey tries to cross it. Buffalo will clear at least a little bit. Halavnia chests it, and he wins it back. Halavnia onto his left foot, and that's the keeper's ball all the way. Good turn and good pass for Buffalo. Dribbling with some pace is Carson Smurs. Smurs will lose it though, and Swanda up to McGarvey. McGarvey back to Banks. Now into the middle for Rose. And that's given straight to Buffalo. Will they have a chance here? Swanda's able to get in the way, and now Rose is on it. Right-footed ball up the middle. Keeper's going to be close out of his area. McGarvey's chip, and it is 3-0. And the keeper is upset at his defense there.
Scoring for Edina, his second goal of the game. Number 7, Patrick McGarvey.
So Patrick McGarvey, he's had at least 4 great chances here in the first half. He's converted a couple, and he has a brace. Edina leads 3-0. 10 minutes remaining in this first half. A little bit of miscommunication there. And now Edina will step there in a lot of space here. Touch is just a little strong for Wetzel. Here's Newleen, back to Rose. McGarvey, that's going to be handball. Justin Bunting had that arm out. Edina will take it quick. Newleen. Buffalo can't send it out. Here they will, though. Throw for the Hornets. Looks like McGarvey will take it. He scored twice here in the first half. Long throw and good goalkeeping there. And now Edina defense slips there. It's one Buffalo player up against about 4 or 5 Hornets. But the Bison will get a throw out of it. That was Darren Hayes, the senior. And Hayes will throw it in quickly. Onto the edge of the area. And that's shepherded out. It's going to be a goal kick. Seven and a half to play here in the first half. It's been all Hornets so far. Dangerous ball. Halavnia cuts it out now with pace up that left wing. Good defending there by Buffalo, though. That was number 9, Tyler Schrepfer. And now it's Rose in plenty of space. Rose tries to slip through McGarvey. McGarvey on side for the hat trick. And it was offside. Well, maybe not. I think the linesman there was just pointing for a corner, or excuse me, a goal kick. So McGarvey drags the shot just wide. Had a chance for the hat trick. And it looks like Edina is going to make a goalkeeper sub here. Indeed they will. It's the sophomore Andy Ossen. Driving forward with pace here is Banks. Banks onto his right foot. Oh, and that thunders the crossbar. Oh, and it's deflected, and McGarvey hits the post. My goodness. How did the Hornets not get a fourth there? It was just totally misplayed off the crossbar. It looked like the goalkeeper and the defender got in each other's way. And that one is going to be offside. McGarvey had another chance to tap in for his hat trick. And you probably can't say this very often, but Patrick McGarvey has 2 goals in the first half, and he's actually been unlucky. Should likely have more. So Andy Ossen is in goal, as we mentioned briefly. Chance to perhaps get him some experience, some varsity minutes. Perhaps Coach Dave Jensen sees him as the successor in net when Hank Steckman exhausts his eligibility, which he will later this year as a senior. Also, bigger matches ahead for the Hornets. Keep Steckman healthy. And so here's Ossen. He's going to get a touch here as he has the ball. He motions his back line up, and he'll send it long on the drop kick. Just over 4 minutes to play in this opening half. It's been all Hornets. Here's Newleen. He finds Rose. Now Buffalo on the ball. It's cut out nicely, though, by Deneau. And now back to Ossen, who will send it long. It's over the head of Banks. Banks does get there eventually. Now Banks and McGarvey applying some pressure. Newleen steps to it, and he does well. Here's McGarvey on it. He sends Newleen on the overlap. Tristan Newleen, chance to maybe cross on his right foot, but that's cut out nicely. Now Henry Rose back on the ball. He's in plenty of space again. Oh, that's a fantastic ball out wide. Cutting back, right-footed shot, and it's saved. That was Tommy O'Brien on the left wing. Did well to get onto his right foot. Not a lot of power behind the shot. But once again, how about the vision from Henry Rose? That ball was just picked out perfectly, and perfect weight on the pass as well. He's certainly one of the more impressive players in this Edina Hornet team. Really does a good job to control the game, control the tempo. And there's Newleen. Back to that man, Rose. Swanda plays it to Deneau. That pass is cut out. Not a ton of pace from Deneau, but he wins it back, and that's a good turn. And now Edina's in some space. Aiden Banks looks to pick out O'Brien, a little heavy, and the goalkeeper has it. Excuse me, Julian Banks for the Hornets. It's cut out well by Halavnia, and that goes straight to Banks. Banks turns. He's in space. He finds O'Brien. O'Brien to McGarvey. McGarvey tries to play it back, but it's cut out by Buffalo. Oh, that's a good turn there on Halavnia, but Halavnia does well to recover, and he turns his man as well. Now O'Brien out to Julian Banks. Banks with the stutter step. He's in space on the left wing. Still Banks, and I think he ran it out of play. He did, yeah. Ran it out of play, tried to cut it back. A lot of pace and long strides from the freshman Julian Banks. Certainly on this, a very heavily veteran team are the Hornets. So impressive to see a player like Banks getting some minutes, as Henry Rose will take a seat. It's a well-earned rest after a good first half. He's replaced by Kyle Nickelbein. There's Austin. It's a bit of a dangerous pass. Now a big run up the left. That's a good ball, Halavnia. McGarvey is onside. Patrick McGarvey for the hat trick. Oh, and that's just wide again. Patrick McGarvey has been all over the field. So we're now under 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Buffalo's on it. And that's going to do it. We've reached halftime here at Coleman Field. Edina got off to the early lead and added a couple later. They lead at 3-0 at halftime. Lots of smiles and high fives on that near sideline. We will be back in just a moment. And for YouTube copyright reasons, we will have to mute the halftime performance. We hope you're able to enjoy it anyway with just the pictures. Thank you. We'll be right back. the second half. Here from Edina, Hornets leading it 3-0 as we get the action underway. Edina now going right to left, and Buffalo will be going left to right here in this second half. As the lights start to come on, shadows getting long here in this late afternoon. We hope you'll join us for the second game of this doubleheader. The Edina girls varsity team, they'll be taking on Buffalo as well at about 7:15 under the lights. Hornets with a throw here. And now Buffalo. Hornets coming forward here. Oh, a good turn by O'Brien onto his left. And that's a good shot. Keeper didn't have to move much, as it just got past a sliding Elijah Dorian for Buffalo. If anything, Dorian maybe almost got in the way of his keeper. Could have even deflected it, but he's doing his best to try to block it. Now O'Brien will keep it in, and that one's chipped over his head. Looks like the Hornets will start this second half with a lot of their starters on the bench. Not sure how much we'll even see of some of those in the second half. One player of note, Cohen Fritz, another freshman for this Hornet team. He's number 25, left back on this near side. He's on the ball right now. He gets some game time. There's a shot from Wetzel and saved easily. There's Austin, keeper for Edina. He came on to replace Hank Steckmeyer late in the first half. Looks like Austin will get some more minutes, probably for the rest of this game. Fritz goes back to Deneau. The captain, Ryan Swanda, is still in the game. And now Edina trying to form an attack. Left-footed cross from Alvarez Sanchez is corralled pretty easily by the keeper. And now Tommy O'Brien gets in the way of a pass for the Hornets. O'Brien slips it, now turning is Tommy Sieve. Another young player for the Hornets, number 22. He's a sophomore attacker. There's Smith. Smith is another sophomore, so a lot of youth on the pitch for Edina, and they're able to do that with a 3-goal lead. There's Tommy O'Brien. And now Carver Tierney. He tries to start something for Buffalo. That's just out of play. Tierney, number 22, in the middle of the field for Buffalo. He's probably been one of their better players so far. They've gone to him in possession a lot, looking for him to make that first ball to start an attack. Now Edina's going to have a throw here. Tommy O'Brien picks off a pass there. O'Brien. That's cut out, or at least stopped momentarily. Now the Hornets are back on the ball. And another throw coming for Edina. It's Kyle Nickelbein over there. He's going to give it up. He'll go into the box. Nice piece of play there for Buffalo as they look to break up the left wing. Good ball into the center of the field. Buffalo sending the most numbers forward they probably have all game, but that ball was right at the keeper, Austin. Certainly looked like Mitchell Hansen might have had some more room to dribble into. Excuse me, that was Osdani Penizola Melian for Buffalo. And here's Edina. And that's going to be onside. Sorry, I heard a whistle. I think it was from a practice field next door where the Hornet football team was practicing. And that's going to be a foul. And Buffalo loses the ball in a bad spot there. Edina has a 4-on-3. Slipped it through. They'll go back to O'Brien. Touch takes him wide. Buffalo's had a little bit of a chance to regroup. Oh, and just a little bit of a heavy touch from Alvarez Sanchez. And now Melian will win it back for Buffalo. Good challenge by Swanda. And now Fritz will slip it into midfield. Curling right-footed ball, looking to send Nickelbein up the right side. He has a lot of pace. To get onto that, it's now a throw-in for the Hornets. Nickelbein. He battles over on that far side, wins it onto his right foot. Ball inside, looking for the cut back to the edge of the area. Alvarez Sanchez, shot blocked. Only cleared a little bit right-footed. Shot goes just high and wide. It did take a touch. That was Finley Smith, sophomore midfielder. And Christian Alvarez Sanchez will take this corner for the Hornets, left-footed. Ball to the near post, skips once, and taken by Buffalo. Keeper looks to roll it out, maybe start an attack here. Plenty of green shirts back, though, and that's a great deflection by Finley Smith. Looked like he just caught it with the back of his foot, but very aware where the play was. And little plays like that really help you out, winning the ball back for the Hornets. Looks like Smith is kind of taking over that deep-lying midfield playmaking role that we've seen Henry Rose play so often for this Hornet team. Rhodes is getting a breather on the bench. Not sure if we'll see him again today. But just like the goalkeeper, Austin coming in for Hank Steckmeyer, Henry Rose is a senior as well. And certainly a very good one for this Hornet team. So Dave Jensen using this 3-goal lead as a chance to get maybe some of his future stars in the lineup. That might be another one there in Tommy Sieve, the sophomore forward, as he goes toe-to-toe with his opposite number 22. Now Sieve's on the ball in a lot of space. Not a lot of pressure coming, and it's turned over. Good step by Deneau, though. Have to say, Deneau and Swanda have been great as a center back duo today for the Hornets, and now here's Deneau attacking on the wing. Looks to turn his man. Not quite able to do so. Now Deneau will drop back. We've seen that a lot in this game for Edina's number 10, Henry Deneau. He's been playing alongside Swanda in defense, and he's had a lot of freedom to move forward and join the attack. Not difficult to see why, as the Hornets' defense really hasn't been threatened a lot all day. Maybe here, though, as Buffalo strings a couple passes together. They look to go through the middle, and Swanda heads it away. Here's Smith on it. Smith tries to slip one up the channel, and there's Nickelbein again with a lot of pace. And he works hard to win it back for Edina. That ball was just a little bit under hit, though. Oh, and a back heel there. As Buffalo looks to break. That's Sieve winning it back, though. And here's Fritz in a lot of space. Colton Fritz up the left wing. He slips it to Alvarez Sanchez. Sanchez in plenty of space. He's on his left. He slips Fritz through. It's onside. Fritz turns. His man puts him on the floor. Now a right-footed cross, and that's easily dealt with by Buffalo. Edina gets it back, though. Here's Fritz. Fritz finds Swanda. Swanda tries to slip it through. Here's Tommy O'Brien. Oh, good turn by O'Brien. Left-footed shot. And the keeper makes the save. Edina looks like they're having plenty of fun out there right now. A lot of fancy footwork and turns, trying to make a move there. Swanda. And his ball was just a little bit wide. Buffalo's going to make a triple sub here. Just under a half an hour to play.
Entering the match for Buffalo, number 11, Mason Gooden. Number 23, Julian Banks.
And here's Nickelbein on the other side. Good touch for Sanchez. Left-footed shot hits the post. Goal kick. Edina almost making something out of nothing there. Kyle Nickelbein has switched from the right flank over to this left side. And he's shown a lot of pace as the junior midfielder. Strong sliding challenge there from Buffalo. And the Bison have won a throw. Nickelbein, strong defending here for the Hornets. And it's turned over. Here's Finley Smith. Smith, a nice ball roll back inside. He's onto his right foot. Oh, that's a fantastic ball. Tommy O'Brien. And it's in, 4-0. Edina leads 4-0 on the goal from Tommy O'Brien. Again, Edina just breaking really quickly. Starts with strong defending here on the near side by Kyle Nickelbein. He wins it inside to Finley Smith, and Smith just a great right-footed through ball. He's going to get the assist. O'Brien the goal. And if Finley Smith is indeed one of the players that, as that ball goes high, it's going to be a goal kick for Edina. Just getting ready to say if Finley Smith is one of the players that this Hornet team looks to replace Henry Rose next season, I think they have another good one. As Ryan Swanda is coming out of the game. One of the captains for the Hornets. And it's actually going to be Deneau taking a seat as well. So the two center backs had a great performance today. Swanda, physical, stepping to the ball, great defending, and Henry Deneau as well. They're going to be replaced by a couple seniors, Johnny Benz and Tristan Newleen. Don't think either of them play defense on a very regular basis, but they're going to get a chance here with the score at 4-0. Nothing really to lose for the Hornets. This game has been theirs since, well, really the opening kick. Here's a chance for Buffalo. They have numbers. Oh, just couldn't quite find him, though. They actually had a very strong run for Mason Kunish up the middle. Unfortunately, the players had their backs to them and weren't quite able to spot it. That one's thumped out of play. Throw for the Hornets. Edina with 4 goals today. This is the 3rd time this season that they've scored 4 more. Right-footed shot there from Nickelbein is right on. Again, back to earlier, this is the 3rd time Hornets have scored 4 more in this season. The other 2 times were also at home. They beat Hopkins on the 16th by a score of 5-0, and St. Michael back on the 10th of September, 7-0. And this one's certainly far from over. Plenty of time to add on. There's a right-footed ball from Sanchez. It's cut out, though. Edina back on it, though. And Wetzel is offside. They're going to go back to the keeper here. It's been a busy player for Buffalo. Made plenty of saves. Here's Finley Smith. A good run through the middle. Onto it is Sieve. Sieve, oh, but good defending by Buffalo's number 1. That's Landon Bourgogne. Cut out by Benz. And they'll go back to the keeper, Austin. Buffalo just hasn't been able to throw any numbers forward with any kind of regularity. And they've really haven't troubled the Edina goal, but maybe once or twice. It's a good header, though. It just goes wide of Schrepfer. Here's Sanchez. Wetzel goes inside. Here's Finley Smith. Good turn. Smith driving forward. He sends it out for Nickelbein. Forces him way wide, and it's going to be a corner. For as much as the Hornets have had the ball in this game, this might be their first corner kick. It's one of the first for either side. Took us nearly halfway through the second half just to get one. Sanchez, left-footed, curler. It's spilled, but it's going to be a foul. It looked like 22 Sieve there. And a little heavy, making contact with the keeper, and referee is going to call that one. Buffalo tries to slip it through. Not quite able to find Kunish, though. That's cut out nicely, though. Now Buffalo dribbling through midfield. Turned over though, and now Sanchez is on it. Sanchez takes a touch and a turn, tries to slip it through, and the goalkeeper comes out. He takes control of the situation, thumps that one out of play. We're now halfway through the second half. Hornets in control, 4-0. Now this is a good run. Cut back into the middle. Can Buffalo get it clear? Yes, they can. Here's Fritz. And he tumbles over. Now Buffalo might have some numbers to send forward here. Out wide and just couldn't quite control it. Buffalo will make a sub here. The run for the Bison, nodded forward.
Number 2, Carson Smurs. Number 6, Justin Bunting. Number 22, Carver Tierney.
Now a good run here through midfield. Tries to slip it through, but couldn't quite do so. It's like Joe Lindbergh there maybe for the Hornets. Can't tell if that's a 20 or a 21. And there's Johnny Benz. Ooh. It's a pretty heavy challenge there. Foul on Buffalo, as the twos for both teams collide. And Austin's going to come up to take this free kick, pushing his team forward a little bit. Buffalo's going to make a couple more changes here. And here come the Hornets. Right-footed delivery. Just over the heads of a few. Nickelbein working hard to win it back. And here's Tierney. On it for Buffalo. Tries to pick out a ball to the right. Unable to do so. Here's Lindbergh. Lindbergh cuts back. He finds Tommy O'Brien on the edge. O'Brien to Sanchez. Fritz. Fritz tries to drag it inside. Onto the right. Here's O'Brien. Heavy touch, and that's drilled out of play. Cohen Fritz on the throw. Good job to shield the ball there. And referee calls a foul, not exactly sure for what, but good ball out wide. Here's Nickelbein. See if he can use some of his pace. He's in, cuts in on his right foot. from a long ways out, Nickelbine just over the top of the bar. That's probably from at least 25 yards out. Nickelbine plays a 1-2 with Wetzel. Now it's Wetzel and Fritz on the near side. Out for an Edina throw. Good turn by Sanchez. Sanchez left-footed pass. He looks for Fritz. Fritz still on it. Fritz with his right, and that's out of play for a corner. Excuse me, that's Joe Lindbergh, number 20. My apologies. So all three freshmen on this Edina roster getting some playing time here this afternoon. Fritz and Lindbergh both on right now. And the header comes in and it's a goal. Tommy O'Brien gets his second of the second half. Edina 5, Buffalo 0.
Scoring on the header for Edina, number 15, Tommy O'Brien. His second goal of the match.
It's a good ball whipped in by the senior Alvarez Sanchez and junior Tommy O'Brien. He has 2 goals to go along with Patrick McGarvey, who also has 2 for Edina. So a couple of braces for the Hornets. That was a relatively straightforward header, as his marker just lost him in the box, and O'Brien headed in toward that far post. 5-0 Hornets, and there are 13 to play. Second time this season, Edina has scored 5. They also scored 5 against Hopkins. So this is tied for the second most that this team has scored this season. Season high was 7 against St. Michael Albertville. There's Tierney for Buffalo. Fritz will go back to Austin. And Austin with a strong boot. Bit of a loose touch. Oh, and Siv almost got on it. Now Buffalo with a chance. They throw some numbers forward. Right-footed touch a little heavy. Buffalo back on it. Strong shot in on goal. But Austin makes his first save. That was number 4, Darren Hayes. Might have been just the first or second shot on target for Buffalo, as they search for just what would be a consolation goal at this point. There's no coming back from the 5 they're down, but and now it's Nickelbine on the right wing. Nickelbine with pace. He's in on his right foot. Sanchez. Oh, and it's a last-second good piece of defending by Elijah Dorian. He's had a pretty strong game in defense for Buffalo. That was a strong challenge. And it's a corner for the Hornets. Jack Wetzel will take it. They're going to take it short to Sanchez. Back to Wetzel. Right-footed delivery. They're not able to clear it. Here's Steve. Finley Smith battling forward for Edina. Tries to turn. Oh, and Smith is down in some pain. Austin thumps it long, and the referee is going to stop the clock here. Trainer comes on to attend to Smith with 10:50 to play. So Smith is going to hop off here with the assistance of the athletic trainer. Trainers for this Edina team, Steve Cheetah and Eric Reisberg of Twin Cities Orthopedics. The fans give a nice round of applause here. So didn't see who came on to replace Smith. So again, we have just over 10 minutes to play in this one. There's Tierney. Cut out by the Buffalo defense. Here's Tommy O'Brien. He has both the Edina goals here in the second half. Tries to slip Sanchez through, but Buffalo puts it into touch, and there's going to be a throw deep into the Edina offensive third. Cross comes in. It's saved pretty easily. That's a good ball out wide for Carter Tierney. Tries to turn for Buffalo, but ball goes out of play. Nickelbein was the man there for the Hornets. Here's Tierney again. Goes back to his defense. Here's Wetzel. He goes to Nickelbein. Sanchez is unable to keep it in. Now Nickelbein on the ball for the Hornets. He's onto his right foot. O'Brien to Sieve. Left-footed shot goes high. That's Joe Lindberg. He fires from range. He's certainly shown a lot of pace on that far wing. Looks like he might be playing fullback.
Entering the match for Buffalo, number 14, Lazdani Panalotza Lamont.
Actually, from my view, I don't know if the Hornets did replace Finley Smith when he came out of the game. I only see 9 green shirts outside of the keeper. So the Hornets might be playing out the rest of this game with 10 players, as Nickelbein is on it right foot, and that one is wide. Looked like Nickelbein was in a good position to try to curl it, but that one just hung out to the right, never curled. So our broadcast vantage point is on pretty good view for those far post shots. We're pretty much right in line with that far post. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez slips in Nickelbein. Nickelbein for 5. Oh, it's a good save. Rebound is saved, and a scramble is corralled as well. Nickelbein with a good shot, and it's another good save by the Buffalo keeper. Tommy Sieve was in there in search of a rebound, and he couldn't quite put it home. Hornets have put 5 past Buffalo today, and really it could have been 2 or 3 more. A couple tap-ins that were missed, and I think 1 or 2 off the post as well. So Edina really has had a lot of chances in this match. They might have a few more, as we still have 6:20 to play. This is going to be a free kick for the Hornets. And just did some counting again. Indeed, Edina is playing with 10 players here late in the game. I think maybe Dave Jensen has put a lot of his starters on ice and doesn't want to risk any type of injury with them not really moving up and about. So here's Edina. They take the free kick quickly. Even with 10 on the pitch, though, the Hornets have still had the ball just about the entire time. Here's Fritz. He crosses it with his right. Here's Lindbergh. He tries to go around the right side. Lindbergh slips it out wide. O'Brien. And that's going to be a foul. As Lindbergh, I think, just clipped someone a little high. 5 minutes remaining in this one. And Wetzel, he steps to win this one. Tries to chip one forward for Sanchez. Sanchez turning onto his left. Shot goes wide. Goal kick for Buffalo.
Entering the match for Buffalo, number 11, Mason Kurnish.
Here's Nickelbein. He picks out Lindbergh. Lindbergh out to O'Brien. Strong defending out there for Buffalo. O'Brien with it in the corner, and it's going to be a throw. Cross claimed by Buffalo. Booting it long. Maybe a 2-on-2 here if they can get possession. And here's Tierney in space. Carver Tierney for Buffalo. Good cross. Oh, and that just missed. Penizola Milian. Really good ball from Carver Tierney. Certainly a player with a bright future for Buffalo, just a junior. And he's probably been the best player on the pitch today for Buffalo, other than maybe the goalkeeper, who I again regret that I'm unable to attribute a name to the Buffalo keeper. He's not wearing a number, I don't believe. And if he is, it's hard to read from up here. Here's Buffalo with a chance. Right-footed shot is blocked, and Milian is offside. Buffalo has it in the net, but Milian was offside. And their fans are a little disappointed, but is the right call. The shot was blocked, and Milian was in an offside position. He squared it to Kunish, who had the ball across the line, but offside is the call. And actually, I think it's been given. It has been given. So the referee talks with his linesman, and now they're explaining it to Coach Jensen, but the goal has been given. I think, I couldn't hear it super well from up here, but I think the explanation was that the shot was blocked off the defender, which then would put Milian in an onside position. So Mason Kunish gets a goal, and good for Buffalo. They come here to Edina. It's a pretty decent trek here, probably at least half hour, 45 minutes from Buffalo, which is in Wright County, over here to Edina. And Buffalo gets a goal. It's just their third of the season. They went their first 6 games without scoring. They lost all 6 of those. And then in their most recent game before today, playing Monticello, they scored twice and got a draw. Obviously, they're not going to get a draw today, but they do at least get a goal. So good for Buffalo. It's 5-1 here in the dying stages of this one. Here's Nickelbein. His right-footed effort is blocked. Perhaps that will lift the spirits a little bit of Buffalo on their drive back. It's squared for Sieve. Oh, what a save. Sieve had a great chance, and that was hit with the left hand by the keeper onto the post. It'll be a goal kick here, or excuse me, a corner kick with about 40 seconds to go. But another big save by the Buffalo keeper who, again, he's been impressive today. Here's Sanchez, his corner, and the keeper will come up with that one. So with a win here today, Edina, they'll move to 7-2 on the season. And again, they're off for a week. They'll play basically same time next week on the same day. Wednesday, October 6th, they host Minnetonka. And the Hornets, that's a big one. 2 teams in the top 10. Edina lost the first one to Minnetonka, but they get the win today. Edina improves to 7-2. They win this match 5-1. And we hope you'll join us for the second game of our doubleheader. As the Edina girls, they'll take on Buffalo in just over half an hour, about 7:15 under the lights. So thank you for joining us here at Coolman Field. Again, final score, the Edina Hornets 5, the Buffalo Bison 1. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in just a little bit with game 2 of the doubleheader. Of course, you got to double down on the